Whatever happened to a blue sky day? Planes overhead spraying all my blue sky day away.
Well. We are back again. Yep. And today, a bit of a PDF document roller coaster. Now, yesterday, I listened to a live stream on Telegram. It was Stranger Than Fiction News. So, a big shout out to Stranger Than Fiction and Ron over there. Well known, of course. Been about for many years now. There was a caller on the live stream and he mentioned this document here from the UK government, Net Zero Strategy, Build Back Greener. Hip hip hooray, right? Now the first thing of note is the amount of money they are throwing at this green industrial revolution, and they have a 10-point plan. Hooray! Billions and billions and billions is gonna be spent by 2050. Now, the UK government has got no money. This is not their idea. It won't only be the UK, right across the board. It is the work of the agenda. Of course, the big bank will provide the money, and we all know who that involves, right? If we look at this part here, and we go to part 1 on the left hand side, we will work with the grain of consumer choice. Yeah, sure. No one will be required to rip out their existing boiler or scrap their current car. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. You'll notice on number 3, on the right hand side, we will ensure that the most vulnerable are protected through government support in the form of energy bill discounts, energy efficient upgrades, and more. Now, they say the most vulnerable. In a time not so far away, that will be everyone. Key policies in the document: an ambition that by 2035, no new gas boilers will be sold. What? Yeah. The smart meter, of course. And again, millions and millions just waiting to be ploughed into it. At the very bottom there, launching a hydrogen village trial to inform a decision on the role of hydrogen in the heating system by 2026. A hydrogen village trial. Anyone want to sign up for that? Nope, didn't think so, right? A zero-emission vehicle mandate to improve consumer choice and ensure we maximise the economic benefit from this transition by giving a clear signal to investors. Yeah, a clear signal, nice and loud, right? This will deliver on our 2030 commitment to end the sale of new petrol and diesel cars. Finished. And 2035 commitment that all cars must be fully zero emission capable. Yeah. And of course the money, it's there waiting. The petrol and diesel car, it's no secret, it's over. And they will make sure of it. All orchestrated, all certainly not by accident. One of the graphs that they show in figure 4, an example of a systems map showing some interactions to consider in the rollout of electric vehicles. Talk about confusion, right? Wow. Yeah. Anyone want to have a go at that? If you start at the beginning, you never come out. Put it that way. Confusion is a key opponent in the work of the hidden hand. Put it that way. So, 2025, a 55% reduction. 2030, target 68% reduction at least. 2035, 78% reduction. 2050, 100% reduction to meet whole economy net zero target. Yeah, the Great Reset, aka the Great Robbery. I noticed it mentioned about maximising opportunities for the UK after leaving the EU. Now, I did always wonder why they took the UK out of the EU, because it was clearly deliberate. No one wanted the referendum, they got it. In the vote, it was a political vote. Need I say any more? It was rigged. Big time. And the UK got dragged out deliberately of the EU. Now, I'm not a fan of the EU or any political union, but I always wondered what for. Now, it's pretty clear that the UK has a big part to play in net zero Agenda 2030. Now it makes sense. At the very end of the article, you get a touching wee summary letter from Boris Johnson, MP, Prime Minister of the UK. The guy that's in control, right? Sure. Quote, for years, going green was inextricably bound up with a sense that we have to sacrifice the things we love. Sorry, what? Yeah, of course, right? It'll be worth it, sure. But this strategy shows how much we can build back greener without so much as a hair shirt in sight. What? Let's not go there. In 2050, we will still be driving cars, flying planes and heating our homes, but our cars will be electric, gliding silently around our cities. Our planes will be zero emission, allowing us to fly guilt-free. Yep, guilt-free. They're going to put the blame on you, by the way. And our homes will be heated by cheap, reliable power drawn from the winds of the North Sea. Yeah. And everywhere you look, in every part of our United Kingdom, there will be jobs, good jobs, green jobs, well-paid jobs, levelling up our country while squashing down our carbon emissions. That is the clean and prosperous future that awaits every one of us as the UK leads the world in the race to net zero. We are not worthy. Now, through that document, the net zero strategy, they mentioned this one here from the European External Action Services, EEAS. The subject, climate change and defence roadmap. Yeah, a blueprint, right? They've got all the answers, of course. The EU has long recognised that climate change acts as a threat multiplier with serious implications for peace and security across the globe. Yeah, it will increase sea level rise, drive up global temperatures, and increase the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. These developments might have a geopolitical impact, including as regards global maritime security. They will limit the availability of food and water, undermine human health, cause people displacement, and degrade infrastructure and economies, biodiversity, and of course, resources, all orchestrated, all not by accident. Now, through this document, a phrase that stood out: the further development of smart energy camps. Yep, a smart energy camp. So you know where we're going now, right? And this is nothing new, by the way. This, at least, the smart energy camp. This came out in 2017. Description of the project: test the efficiency of various types of photovoltaic panels in specific climate conditions. Test the integration of renewables with battery storage in a deployed scenario. Test demand management technology and its impact on, if any even, on inhabitants. Yeah, because there will be an impact. Now, they want further work to be done, at least at the time, but they did mention waste management technologies, including waste to energy conversion. Hip hip hooray, right? Who'd have thought it? Now, in this article, or document from 2017, it led me to this document, the Global Risks Report 2021, 16th edition. Who else but the World Economic Forum? Shock, horror, of course it is. I mean, it could only be, right? Now this is a dead giveaway. One of the very first things it said: COVID-19 has accelerated the fourth industrial revolution. Yeah, the Great Reset, the Great Robbery, triggered by the plandemic. Yeah, which we all know about. Of course, at the very beginning of the plandemic, we talked about how non-compliance is the way forward, but we get let down by many, including the private sector, the people who want the big bank balance, the fancy car, the mansion, the island, if you like. But of course, they sell us out. big time. And it mentions here as well, countering vaccine hesitancy. Yeah, because we can't have that now, can we? Look out for it. The immediate human and economic cost of COVID-19 is severe. It threatens to scale back years of progress on reducing poverty and inequality, and to further weaken social cohesion and global cooperation, job losses, a widening digital divide, disrupted social interactions, and abrupt shifts in markets could lead to dire consequences. Shock horror. And lost opportunities for large parts of the global population, which is shrinking rapid, by the way. The ramifications in the form of social unrest, political fragmentation, and geopolitical tensions will shape the effectiveness of our response to the other key threats of the next decade: cyber attacks, weapons of mass destruction, and, most notably, climate change. Shock horror. Now, in the short term, 0 to 2 years, this coming out in 2021, remember. Mental health deterioration, livelihood crisis, and infectious diseases. The next 3 to 5 years, IT infrastructure breakdown, resource geopolitization, price instability, and asset bubble burst. Got any assets? You might want to think about that one. 5 to 10 years, weapons of mass destruction, multilateralism collapse, and state collapse, total collapse of government right across the globe, not by accident. Top blind spots, because yeah, everyone has the blind spot, right? Climate action failure. Can't be having that now. You best sign up to the geoengineering program or feel the full force of climate action failure. Yeah. Mental health deterioration and youth disillusionment. Yeah, I can see that happening for sure already, in fact. And you would think that might be it. Well, no. Collapse of multilateral institution. Fracture of interstate relations. Geopolitization of strategic resources. Interstate conflict. State collapse. Terrorist attacks. I thought Bin Laden was... No, he's back. He's going to be back again. Bin Laden, but this time AI Bin Laden. When they talk about terrorist attacks, we know all about that one, right? Yeah. Weapons of mass destruction. Deployment of biological, chemical, cyber, nuclear and radiological weapons, resulting, in loss of life, destruction and or international crisis. And again, you might think, well, that's it. No, that's not it. Collapse or lack of social security systems. Yeah. Which would include non-existence or widespread bankruptcy or social security systems and or erosion of social security benefits, disability, elderly, family, injury, maternity, medical care, sickness, survivor, unemployment, etc. I'm sure they'll have a solution, right? Employment and livelihood crisis, erosion of social cohesion, failure of public infrastructure, infectious diseases, yeah. Parasites, viruses, fungi, bacteria, right? Pandemics, a plandemic-prone world. That's what they've put us in now. Again, not by accident. Large-scale involuntary migration. Large-scale involuntary migration induced by climate change, discrimination, lack of economic advancement opportunities, persecution, natural, or, wait for it, human-made disasters, violent conflict, etc. The list goes on. Pervasive backlash against science? What? Surely not, right? Not good old science, not trust the science. Yeah, there's gonna be backlash, alright. Mark my words. Severe mental health deterioration, widespread youth disillusionment. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of angry people and hungry people, and a lot of people who demand answers. That's if they even have the backbone. And again, you might think, well, that's it, right? No, that's not it. Adverse outcomes of technological advances, such as intended or unintended, is there any difference? Negative consequences of technological advances on individuals, businesses, ecosystems and/or economies, AI, brain-computer interfaces, biotechnology, geoengineering. Thought that was a conspiracy theory. Think again. Quantum computing, etc. Breakdown of critical information infrastructure, yeah, the reset of it, to control it further still. Digital inequality, yep, that'll come with it. Digital power concentration, failure of cybersecurity measures, look out for it. Failure of technology governance, yeah, because we don't want it, we don't need it. Now, this report is worth checking out. So, if you want to look it up, search it, you'll find it, you can download it. There is another 2 documents that I want to get into, and it is mainly about geoengineering, the plan to combat the weather. How lucky are we, right? You don't want to end up with your Wellington stuck in the mud. You don't want to be an Eskimo. And you certainly don't want to be living in a smart camp, but you will be, because that's where it's heading. The climate crisis is a great cover to force many, many, many people into the smart city. I can tell you right now, we don't want it. And I guess that is about it. Bye-bye.